friends, in the previous video we learned about how to design a MERP coupling and we solved one problem based on MERP coupling. Now in this video I am going to discuss about how to design a split MERP coupling. So let us see, this is the split MERP coupling. Now this is say front view, this is side view. Now in the front view you can see what is there. So this is the input shaft. This is input shaft and this is output shaft. Output shaft. Now the diameter of shaft is D. Diameter of shaft is small d. Then diameter of this sleeve, this is called sleeve. Now this is 1/2 of sleeve. This is 1/2 of sleeve. This is another half of sleeve. Inside you can see this is 1/2 of sleeve. This is another half of sleeve, and the clearance is provided between two half of sleeves. So this is also called as compression coupling or clamp coupling, because two halves of MERP are clamped together by means of this number of bolts. Now this number of bolts are 4, 8, 12, 16 like this. Means in the multiple of 4. Now in this coupling the sleeve is made of two halves which are split along a plane passing through the axis of shaft. These two halves of the sleeve are clamped together by means of bolts. Now they are always in multiples of 4. Bolts are always in multiples of 4. A small clearance, this is clearance, a small clearance is provided in the parting plane between the two halves. Therefore, when the bolts are tightened, a force is exerted between the sleeve halves and the shaft. This force caused by clamping of bolts creates frictional force in the surface of shaft. So the torque is transmitted by means of frictional force on the surface of shaft. Now there is key is also present. So torque is transmitted also by key. Now how power is transmitted? So power from input shaft is transmitted to sleeve by frictional force. Also it is transmitted to key and then sleeve. And then key and sleeve transmit this power to output shaft, and you can use that output power to your application. So this is the working of split MERP coupling. Now let us see what are the dimensions of split MERP coupling. So this is diameter of shaft. Now diameter of this sleeve, is capital D. Length of this sleeve is capital L. Length of sleeve is capital L. Now this diameter of this bolt is D1. Then also key is there, key is present here. So dimensions of key are, this is B, that is width of key. This is here, this is length of key. Length of key is equal to half of the length of sleeve, that is capital A. And this is height of key, that is small h. So these are the dimensions. Now this shaft transmit torque, also sleeve also transmit torque, key also transmit torque. So here torsional shear stress is acting on all components of the split map coupling. Now let us see how to design a split map coupling. Now see the design procedure. So the first step in the design of any mechanical component is selection of material. Selection of material. Selection of material. So the material selected for shaft, key and clamping bolts. Shaft, key and clamping bolts. The material selected is plain carbon steel. Plain carbon steel, because strength is the criteria of failure, so that plain carbon steel is used. So upgrade you can use 30C8 having SYT 380 or 400 Newton per mm square. You are the designer, you can use as per your knowledge of the design. Then the second step of the design is selection of factor of safety. Selection of factor of safety. So you can take factor of safety. Here one material is remaining. So for shaft, key and clamping bolts the material is plain carbon steel, and for sleeve or mup, grey cast iron is used. Grey cast iron of grade say FG 200 is used. Here 200 means SUT. SUT of the grey cast iron, ultimate tensile strength. Now select factor of safety. So you can select factor of safety for shaft, key and clamping bolts, low factor of safety. For sleeve you can select higher factor of safety, that is 5 or 6. So this is for shaft, key and clamping bolts, and this is for sleeve or mup. Now the third step in the design is permissible stresses. Calculate permissible stresses. So how to calculate permissible stresses? The permissible stresses are different for shaft, key, clamping bolts and sleeve. So for any you can use sigma T is equal to SYT divided by factor of safety. Sigma C is equal to 2 SYT divided by factor of safety, and for tau is equal to 0.5 SYT divided by factor of safety. So by using these formulas you can calculate permissible stresses for shaft, key, clamping bolts and sleeve also. Then the fourth step is dimensions. Dimensions. Now what are the dimensions? So you know, first dimension is diameter of shaft. Diameter of shaft. So how to find out diameter of shaft? That is small d. So we know torque is transmitted by shaft. So torsional shear stress is acting on a shaft material. So we know the formula tau is equal to 16T divided by pi d cube. So here T is unknown. So how to find out T? So you can use the formula power. P is equal to 2 pi nt divided by 60. This is the formula for power transmitted by shaft. Then the second is dimensions of sleeve. Dimensions of sleeve. Now there are two empirical relations. So we know for sleeve there are two dimensions. One is the diameter of sleeve. The diameter of sleeve is given by empirical relation 2.5 times diameter of shaft, and length of sleeve is given by 3.5 times diameter of shaft. So these are two empirical relations for dimensions of sleeve. Then the third dimension is dimensions of key. Dimensions of key. So for key, for square key, you know b is equal to h is equal to d by 4, and for rectangular key, b is equal to d by 4 and h is equal to d by 6. Now length of key is equal to length of sleeve divided by 2. Then the fourth step is check for key. So you can check whether the design of key is safe or not. So check for key. For checking purpose, there are two relations. One is torsional shear stress, tau is equal to 2t divided by dBl, and sigma c, that is crushing stress, is equal to 4t divided by dHl. So these are the two relations to check the design of key. Now the next fifth is dimension or diameter of clamping bolt. Diameter of clamping bolt, that is D1, small d1. So there are two empirical relations. One is for if diameter is greater than 55, there is one relation. So d1 is equal to 0.15 times d plus 15. This is for if diameter is greater than 55 mm. And another relation is for if diameter is less than 55 mm. So 0.10 d plus 10. This is for diameter less than 55 mm. And the last main step is fifth main step, dimensioned sketch. Dimensioned sketch. So in this step you can draw a drawing of split mop coupling by using all these dimensions. So this is the simple design procedure of split mop coupling. By using this design procedure, you can solve a design problem of split mop coupling. In next video, we will solve design problem based on split mop coupling. So thank you very much.